Hey, it's Oluvids back with another Square Enix news video. Now, before I get started, I want to do a little quick reminder that the Sora DLC for Smash Bros. Ultimate is coming out this Monday on October 18th. And if you have a Melody of Memory save file on your Switch, you'll get a bonus track, which is the dearly beloved swing version that you'll hear in the Melody of Memory menu. I also want to remind you to subscribe if you want to see more Square Enix content like this, or if you learned something new from this video. Anyway, let's get to the actual news. First, we're starting off with some Final Fantasy news. So apparently, Takashi Tokita wants to make a pixel remaster or 3D version of Final Fantasy IV The After Years. Now, if you don't know what the pixel remasters are, well, they're the new versions of Final Fantasy 1 through 6 that have been coming out on mobile and PC. And Final Fantasy IV After Years is the sequel to Final Fantasy IV that was made around 2008. I'm not sure how technically advanced we're talking when he mentions the 3D remake, but, well, if we end up getting more pixel remasters down the line, you know why. Anyway, old games aside, there's also some news for Final Fantasy XIV. Apparently it has surpassed 24 million players and is the most profitable game in the series. Even with that huge achievement, they're not slowing down since they're gearing up to release their newest expansion called Endwalker. Of course there's going to be new locations and jobs, but the level cap will also be increasing to level 90, and they're planning on adding a new mode called Island Sanctuary, which is going to be akin to Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley, so it should be pretty cool for anyone who ends up needing something to do once they beat Endwalker. It's an exciting time for Final Fantasy XIV fans since Endwalker will be coming out on November 23rd. Speaking of new things Square Enix, a game called Dungeon Encounters was announced at TGS 2021, and it's already out. Dungeon Encounters is a dungeon crawler RPG that's made from some of the top tier Final Fantasy people. People like Hirohiko Ito, aka the guy that made ATB, is on this project. In fact, ATB is in this game. When you walk around on the board, you'll encounter enemies and that's when you fight. It kind of reminds me of a board game where you have different event spots in different places on the board. If this piques your interest, you can get the game digitally on sale for only $23. It's on PlayStation 4 and 5, Nintendo Switch, and PC. The last section for today is pretty TWEWY focused, and I'll start off with something smaller. So a trial version of The Wellness With You will be coming for Nintendo Switch Online owners in Japan. Basically, if you don't have a Japanese account, then this doesn't apply to you. But if you do have a Japanese account, then the trial will go live from October 18th to October 24th. Keep in mind that the text and voices will also be in Japanese. They also have a 30% off sale going on for Neo TWEWY, which is the sequel, again, only in Japan. Now, while I do think they should do this internationally, this will at least spark some more interest in the series in Japan, for anyone that either hasn't heard of it or wants to try it out before buying it. Next, I want to talk about a cool article that came out that features the battle designers of Neo TWEWY talking about their process on the final battle system. It even includes them saying that one of their scrap spikes would allow players to pull things off buildings and your environment to attack. It's a pretty quick and interesting read that I recommend you check out. So the next one is about The Wellness With You, the animation, which is, the anime. If you watch the English dub, you'll know that we didn't know who Joshua's voice actor was this entire time because when they put out the cast list, they kind of just left him out. I think now we pretty much know why. Because the voice of Joshua in The Wellness With You, the animation, is the same voice as Bakugo Katsuki from My Hero Academia. He's being voiced by Clifford Chapin. This guy definitely has a lot of range. And the last thing I want to cover is something more community related, but Lost in Shibuya, or Kame, released an animation pack that lets you make custom Neo cutscenes that'll look authentic to the way they play out in the game. They made some really funny animations and, well, now you can too. Also, I was one of the people they shouted out, so I figured I'd do the same as well. The Joshua and Rindo vids are definitely my favorites. Well, anyway, that's going to be it for today's news video. Hope you guys learned something new. And if you did, of course, subscribe and also join my Discord server because we got lots of other cool people that like Square Enix stuff. And, yeah, that's all I got today, and I'll be seeing you guys next time.